Order, please. Today we hear statements by the honourable members for the district of Mount Pearl Southlands, Fairyland, Bonavista, Exploits and Conception Bay South. The Honourable, the member for Mount Pearl Southlands.
Thank you, Speaker. Approximately 3 years ago, Scott Hillier, owner-operator of Coffee Matters, had an idea to help those in need within the City of Mount Pearl. He approached the City Council, area MHAs and the various church leaders within the community, and from those discussions, the Community Supper Program was born. This program offered a hot meal for those in need at the Park Place Community Centre on a weekly basis. Scott, through his business, provided the meals, the City provided the venue, and the faith community provided the volunteers. Unfortunately, the program had to be temporarily suspended with the onset of COVID-19 in our province. Thankfully, a few short weeks ago, a modified weekly takeout supper program was reinstated, utilising the Salvation Army's mobile food truck, with Scott resuming with the preparation of the meals and volunteers from the various churches serving the food on a rotational basis. This is a true example of community, of generosity, and of compassion for others. Please join me in recognizing an amazing human being in Scott Hillier, as well as the many other volunteers within our local faith community who have and continue to contribute to this amazing initiative. Thank you, Speaker.
The Honourable, the member for Fairyland.
Thank you, Speaker. I want to recognise and congratulate Con Finlay on receiving an honorary award for his 50 years serving as a volunteer fireman. During his 50 years as a volunteer firefighter, Mr. Finlay served as fire chief for a number of those years and as well held the title treasurer for a few years up until he retired last year. Mr. Finlay donated many hours of his volunteering in his community of Trepassey outside his role as a firefighter. For years he served on the Parish Finance Committee, the Cemetery Committee since 1985, Knights of Columbus, and as well served a 4-year term as Mayor of the town. During the busy basketball years of Stella Maris Academy, Mr. Finlay was a great supporter when it came to fundraising for tournaments and travel. He spent relentless hours at the gym during tournaments and ensured everything ran smoothly. Mr. Finlay was also a great asset to the community centre. For many years he prepared and organising most of the functions in the centre. Speaker, I ask all my colleagues to join me in congratulating Mr. Con Finlay on his many years of volunteerism within his hometown of Trepassey. Thank you.
The Honourable, the member for Bonavista.
Thank you, Speaker. On November 6, 1896, the schooner Maggie, originating from Lethbridge, was entering St. John's Harbour with lights properly lit when it was struck by a Norwegian steamer. On this fateful day, 13 people lost their lives while 10 survived, most of whom were from the Lethbridge area. It was considered then the worst local marine disaster in our province, with no fault associated to the crew of the schooner Maggie. A few years ago, a group of 14 women from the Lethbridge area, mostly descendants of those who perished or survived, committed to erecting a memorial and storyboard to honor their descendants and recapture history. In 2022, Memorial United Church, a church which was aptly named as a memorial to those lost, will display the efforts of this committee. This Saturday, November the 6th, will be the 125th anniversary of this marine tragedy. The descendants of the schooner Maggie will gather to remember their lost and assure this tragedy is never forgotten. I ask the members of the 50th House of Assembly to join me in congratulating the effort of this Lethbridge committee in memorializing the tragedy of schooner Maggie and ensuring its story continues to be told.
The Honourable, the member for Exploits.
Thank you, Speaker. It's been 1 year since 9-year-old Brett Sampson of Peterview was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. As we all know, diabetes is a disease that can become costly on families. Fortunately, Brett's family were able to absorb the high cost associated with this disease. With that being said, Brett decided to take a stand for diabetes awareness to help youth who suffer from diabetes by beginning a fundraiser program called Brett's Stand for Diabetes. Over the last year, Brett and his family held numerous fundraisers, allowing them to raise over $10,000 in support of Brett's Stand for Diabetes, which assists families who are in financial need to treat diabetes. Speaker, this is a fantastic accomplishment for a 9-year-old in our province. Speaker, I would like all honourable members of this House of Assembly to join me in congratulating 9-year-old Brett Sampson by supporting his amazing cause. Thank you.
The Honourable, the member for Conception Bay South.
Thank you, Speaker. The Bright Business Achievement Awards recognise businesses in Conception Bay South that go above and beyond. This year, the 10th annual Bright Business Awards were held on October 20th as part of Small Business Week. The annual event is hosted by the town of Conception Bay South. It is a great opportunity for local entrepreneurs to network and showcase their individual businesses in our community. The Bright Business Achievement Awards help recognise contributions of local businesses that have gone above and beyond. This year's award winners are New Startup of the Year, The Hangout, Downtown CBS Member of the Year, Bronze Olive Body, Established Business of the Year, The Music Corner, the Glendon Noseworthy Award, Krista Slade, Musically Inclined, Community Pride and Partnership, Taylor's Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Market, Beautiful Business of the Year, Multi-Tenant Award, Don Hennessy Limited, Single Tenant Award, Aurora Estates, Dave Murphy Chamber Leadership Award, E. Raven Consulting. I would like to extend my congratulations to the award winners, nominees and sponsors. The COVID-19 pandemic has been very challenging for local businesses, and I wish them well and encourage everyone to support locally. Thank you.